Hello, welcome to Pick Your Crystal weekly readings here at Soulprint. Thank you so very much for being here. To people who are just finding me, thank you so much. For those of you who have been here for a while and are really enjoying these readings, I'm thankful to you too. They're fun to do, and from what I can understand from feedback, you guys are really enjoying them, and so I thank you very, very much for that. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, so today's crystals are, we have a lapis, which is this blue, this darker blue. We have Loremar, which is a soft, gentle blue. And we have pink quartz or rose quartz. So take a look at these crystals, see which one or two or possibly three are resonating with you. And let's get started, shall we? All right, so let's start with the lapis. Here we go. Okay, you've got the Page of Cups. You have the Knight of Wands. Whoop. Hold on here. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so you have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Artiste. Now, before I go any further, for those of you who maybe have never received this card in one of your weekly crystal readings, the deck I use is called Ethereal Visions, Illuminated Tarot Deck by Matthew Hughes, I think his last name is. Matt Hughes. Okay, so they added, when he did this deck, he added 2 additional high arcana cards, and one of them is the Artist. So I'll get to that. It's a very cool card to have. Okay, so here we go. Let's get started, shall we? So the Page of Cups, here we're talking about news that you're waiting for, news that's going to come forward. And this is going to be good news. This is going to be something that's going to transpire that really is, it brightens your day. It feels positive, and it feels like something that you have been waiting for or hoping to find out about. Because it's followed by the Knight of Wands, it could actually, this news itself could actually spur you into action. It could even maybe, in some cases, cause a little bit confusion or chaos. But the bottom line here is this news followed by this card indicates that there's going to be something coming forward that is going to sort of spur you or your environment or the situation around you to action. And that's a good thing, because you know what? It feels as if it's sort of time. It's sort of time for things to move forward, get energized again. Maybe it has to do with the fact that we're in March and we're moving towards spring. But there is an energy about this, a vitality about this, where you are just sort of ready to kind of get up and go and get things done. The Queen of Pentacles sitting here is talking about a sense of stability, a sense of security. It is somebody who is, it's about an energy that has to do with security, financial security, about practicality, about being stable, about sort of having things neatly in order, having things in such a way so that you are able to kind of move forward and get the things that you need, want, or desire done. The artist following this is really cool. So the artist is about creation. But it's not just sort of, I think I'll, do this creative project today. It's more than that. It is about really opening yourself up to all of the creative knowledge, insight, and guidance that is available. The artist talks about going quiet. It talks about going still so that you can set aside kind of the day-to-day distractions, and you can just literally focus on what it is you want to create, what it is you're passionate about, what it is you want to create visions in your mind and call them intentions. It's about going still and quiet so you can hear the universe speak to you, hear the divine speak to you, and hear yourself speak to you. So this progression is about, so maybe some of you are waiting for some news that is going to allow you to either free up some time or organize something so that you have more time and space for this stillness, this quietness, this sort of, um, dreaming and seeing where those dreams take you and where you want them to take you. And know that as you move forward, the attributes connected to the Queen of Pentacles, which is that sort of organization and stability and really ensuring that you have everything in order so that this is freed up, so that this time is available. So this is really cool. I don't know, maybe some of you have pushed aside some creative projects and have kind of been waiting for your muse to show up, or perhaps you have been waiting for some sort of crazy in your world to slow down so you can find the time. But whatever this is about, there really is a sense that it is time now for you to start thinking about moving forward on this, because you have, I guess I want to say almost like pieces that are falling into place. You have aspects of your life with this Page of Cups that are bringing you news or direction, and with the Knight of Wands, you're ready to move forward on it. And sometimes with the Knight of Wands, it's not necessarily a smooth glide as much as it's more a hip hop, let's go. It's like, come on, get moving now. We got to get this done. It's that kind of sort of fiery energy. It's that sort of, let's get moving here already. But know that as you move, again, you're moving into a place and a situation where you were creating the kind of security and stability you're looking for. And the importance of the Artist card is significant. It is about going quiet and still and listening to all the wisdom that is available to you. Lovely. Okay. Now let's take a look at the Loremar. Okay, you've got the High Priestess. You have the Eight of Cups. You have the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Okay. So, the High Priestess is often about secrets that are coming out, but it is also about your intuition and listening to it and trusting it. I want to say that it feels as with this High Priestess in the first position, it feels as if you have been getting some flashes of insight or some intuitive feelings or some messages, and you have been sort of not, I don't want to say not listening, but it feels almost like you haven't been putting the pieces together so that you recognize the story or the messages that are coming through. And so this is kind of a little bit of a heads up saying it's time now for you to pay attention to those intuitions, pay attention to things that are hidden in terms of your own thoughts, in terms of what you don't want. Um, not exposed, because it's not, it doesn't sort of have that energy, but definitely things that maybe you are keeping from yourself, or things that you just want kept private. But follow your intuition, follow that gut, follow your instincts, because you haven't been doing that enough. And it feels as if for some of you, you're not actually hearing the message that they're trying to get through to you. And it doesn't, again, it doesn't feel like a single message as much as it feels like a progression of messages, sort of a step by step by step. One of the things that can be kind of frustrating when you're manifesting or when you're dealing with sort of spiritual growth is that it really does very much feel like a step process. And so you're shown the step next, the step directly in front of you that you need to step on. But very often you're not shown the one, 3 or 4 or 5 down the line. So a lot of times when you're stepping forward on a manifestation path, you really have to do it with a sense of faith that everything is going to come together um, the way you are anticipating, or come together in a way that is even higher and better than you were anticipating. You are getting ready to move forward in your life. And that's why this intuition is really important. So, some aspect of your life very much looks like it's changing or it's shifting, or you're wanting to eliminate something, make room for something else. You're wanting to leave an area, move to another area or space, perhaps an interest. You're finding that something that held your interest, maybe perhaps over the last couple of years where everybody felt really trapped, you're kind of getting done with that, and it's time now to add something new, challenging, refreshing, that kind of energy into your life. But it's not a matter of just pick something. It is a matter of listen to your instinct, listen to your soul, and then make your decision. The Knight of Pentacles is very nice sitting here in this position, because it is talking about a outcome that is going to come to you. It might take a little bit longer than you are hoping for, but as you move through these two cards into this process, you're going to feel as if the movement forward is clear. It's something that you've worked on. It's something that you have clarity about, understanding about, perhaps the resources now to deal with. So maybe it's money, maybe it's time, maybe it's your health is improved, maybe you just are really excited to be able to start getting out and about within your community. But there is forward movement on this. And you have the Four of Wands, and this is lovely, right? So this is about a celebration. This is about going forward. This is about family events, a coming together. And of course, family can be blood and family can be friends, but it feels like as a result of the clarity that you're getting, and as a result of the energy and the sort of impetus to move forward, you are moving into a place of your life where there's actually going to be celebrations, whether that's with the family or with the community, whatever it is, there is a sense that like sun is shining, it's brightening up, things are starting to actually move forward in a way that is taking you from wherever you are into this new place and space. So the overall message in this is listen, listen, listen to yourself, listen to the divine, look at things that maybe you haven't been looking at, and then move from there. Sorry, because you're going to be able to move forward, and things are just going to go from where you are now to a much better place and space. And let's look at the rose quartz, shall we? Four of Cups, the Moon, the Six of Cups, and Lovers. What kind? That's interesting, considering the rose quartz is considered a crystal that you would use for your heart chakra. It's a crystal that, you use when you're wanting to bring in higher emotions, when you're wanting to bring love towards you or find the love. or find the love in something, yourself, another, whatever it is. So it's interesting that the rose quartz drew the Lover's card. But there's some interesting messages here. So the Four of Cups is very often about focusing on what you have or what has gone before, and not really looking at what is being offered or suggested. Now, before I go any further, I want you to realize that the Lovers can be about partnerships. It can be about, two things coming together, two people coming together. It doesn't necessarily mean lovers in the most conventional sense. It is about a partnership of two people coming together. So this feels though that I want to say, looking at this Four of Cups, it really does feel almost as if you are kind of dwelling on the past, kind of looking at how things were before, and kind of, sort of saying, I don't know, I don't think I'm quite strong enough. I could not live through another one of those. That would, I'm not going to survive it if it's a replay of what happened last. There is a sense sort of on the one hand, I'm looking and I want, but on the other hand, maybe I haven't cleared out the emotions connected to a previous loss or disappointment within the area I'm talking about. The moon sitting here is talking about almost like unresolved emotions or feelings or perhaps attitudes. What we wanted 2 decades ago and what we want now, really, really different. What we thought our life would be at some point in the past and what our life is now, very, very different. But these two cards literally are kind of talking about ensuring that the healing work that you need to do, that you get it done, that you continue to move forward through that healing process. The Six of Cups, this could be something from your childhood. It could be something from previous relationships, or it could be that you're simply trying to rejuvenate or bring forward an energy or an emotion or experiences that you've already had. And the energy behind this is sort of interesting because it's kind of saying, why don't you plant why don't you plant your forwards kind of their flowers sort of almost like in a new garden, right? If you've already experienced, I'm going to talk about love here, but understand it goes far beyond that. If you've experienced a love that really was about a partnership, maybe it's time you wanted to experience a romantic love, or maybe it's time you're looking for a friendship love. Maybe it's time, if you're talking about partnerships, maybe it's a situation where in the past you were both partners, but you didn't feel like an equal partner. And you have some issues about that. You have some resentment about that or some hurt feelings about that. And they're saying it's time to heal. It's time to clarify. It's time to let go because you don't want to be dragging the past forward. You want to start this partnership, this movement forward, whatever this partnership represents for you, with a clear heart, with a pure heart. As we get older, very often we find ourselves looking back at situations or perhaps situations that have been a part of our life for a really long time that are coming to a head or coming to closure. And it's really important that we make sure that part of coming to closure has to do with setting and healing the past, letting it go, so that there is room and space for a new beginning for you. So, summation of this: heal what has gone before, maybe don't look so much at what's in front of you and look for a new opportunity, a new vision, a new way of looking at this. And keep your eye open because there's a significant joining together or partnership that wants to make its way to you. But until you have done the healing and letting go work, it can't. Because it can't, because you need to have let this go. You need to have moved past it so that this new energy that is not a repeat of the old energy can come forward. Okay. And that's what we know about rose quartz. So I hope you have enjoyed this week's crystal readings. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Tell your friends. Maybe if you've enjoyed them, maybe you can share this with someone else. Thank you so much for being here. I'm always so grateful. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. Bye for now.